question we're asked to rationalise the denominator of this fraction. That means getting rid of the square root that's down on the bottom of the fraction. And the way we do that, basically we multiply this fraction by the number 1, which doesn't change its value, but 1 written in the form square root of 40 divided by the square root of 40. So on the top of the fraction we have root 2 times root 40, and then this is the reason we do this. What is the square root of 40? Well, it's a number which when you multiply it by itself gives you 40. Take a simpler example, the square root of 9 is 3 times the square root of 9. It's 3 times 3, that gives you 9. Square root of 16 times the square root of 16, 4 times 4 is 16. So the square root of a number a times the square root of that number a will give you a. That's what we're using down here. Square root of 40 times square root of 40 gives you 40. And we've rationalised that denominator. But this is not in its simplest form. So to get this in its simplest form, we look at the square root of 40. Now, one of the things that we can do to simplify square roots is to look for factors of 40. That means writing 40 as a product, something times something times something. We look for factors that are squares, and the number 4 is a square. So we could write square root of 40 as 4 times 10. Square root of 4 times the square root of 10. And we know the square root of 4 is 2. So this is 2 times root 10. So 40 square root of 4 times the square root of 10. So we've got square root of 2 times the square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 10, now there is no factor of 10 that's a square number. 4, 9, none of these are factors of 10. However, 10 is 2 times 5, and that would be useful. Square root of 2 times the square root of 5, because we've already got a square root of 2 here. And we know from what we said up here that square root of 2 times square root of 2 will equal 2. So we're making progress. So let's do that. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 gives us 2. We've already got another factor of 2 there, and we've now got this root 5. We're dividing by 40. Now in the top of the fraction we've got a 2 times 2, which is 4. Let's divide top and bottom by 4. So 4 into 4 goes 1. 4 into 40 goes 10. We've cancelled by 4. On the top of the fraction we've now got 1 times root 5. Bottom of the fraction we've got 10. And I think looking at that, that's pretty clear that that's a simplification. Now that's not the only way we could have done this. We could have, at this stage on the top line, we could have produced the square root of 80. 2 times 40 is 80. And the bottom is 40. And you might have noticed, though not many people know this, that 80 is 16 times 5. And then square root of 16 is 4 square root of 5. So it's 4 times square root of 5 over 40. And then again cancelling by 4 gives us root 5 over 10. There's maybe a slightly trickier way to do it if you're not up on the factors of 80. So root 5 over 10 is the simplest form of this original fraction with a rational denominator. That's Mr. Corsi signing out. Hope you enjoyed the video.